to Pairfect, your lifestyle show, featuring people at the top of the game. I'm Jojo Silvestre.
And I am Dinah Ventura. Joining us today are two of the most enduring personalities in the aesthetic industry, behind the people behind Spectrum Med, the leading and trusted provider of premium energy-based aesthetic devices in the Philippines.
We're on location. We're here at
Yes.
Spectrum Medi Experience Center. We're very happy to welcome, as much as they're welcoming us.
Yes, as warmly as they have welcomed us.
Doron Glazer, the chairman of Spectrum Med Incorporated, and Cherryl Glazer,
Hi,
the
Jojo.
CEO.
Thank
Hello.
you. Thank you, Dinah, for
Welcome,
having
Pairfect.
us.
Thank you for having
you.
us. Thank you for joining us in our show.
It's our
So,
pleasure.
let's get right to it. First, please give us an overview of Spectrum Med. What is the company about?
So SpectrumEd is a leading and trusted provider of state-of-the-art and latest technology for aesthetic, dermatology, dentistry, gynecology, and more to mention, all the medical specialties. We partnered with the world's top-of-the-line laser and medical companies. You may name it. We have all the brands available in our portfolio, and we carry only the trusted and reliable partners that provides every physicians in the country an advancement in their practice. So SpectrumEd is always a top of mind for every clinics and facilities in the country who opens their practice and opens a clinic.
Okay, I see.
You know,
Wow.
I wonder, how did you become interested in aesthetics? Is it a field that you've always been fascinated with when you were younger years? Oh, of course, you're still very young. Or is it something that you found out about just recently?
Yeah. Oh, in my case, it started 26 years ago.
Okay.
And I was exposed to the medical industry that provided only the basic laser system during that time. And of course, back then, we were limited to the super basic of lasers available in the market. Okay. And my first degree, of course, is nursing. So I have an exposure to medical field before I took my master's in business in Ateneo. And this experience really molded me and exposing myself to medical industry. And that includes exposure to different fields, including urology, dermatology, ophthalmic, dentistry. So I saw an interest, Jojo, and an opportunity in this fastest growing aesthetic industry, knowing that the world wants to be young and beautiful, and there's like really a strong interest here, right? And we all know that. And it was when we're really motivated to let the business grow and become number one in the industry. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay. We're very interested to know how you started as a business. Can you tell us a little bit about your beginnings as a company?
Would you like
Actually, I arrived at the Philippines already on 1995.
Okay.
I think it's 28 years ago.
Wow.
It took me quite a while until I decided in what field I would like to be focused with. And only on 2004, we established SpectrumEd. We saw the future and we saw the excitement in this market of aesthetic. And since then, it's really booming. I think the industry is booming. We were one of the first one in the industry. I would say that I'm really one of the first three on the aesthetic.
One of the pioneers.
In the Philippines.
Yeah.
I'm talking about 28 years ago. And now it's a huge industry. It's evolving crazily. I mean, you see the growth every year. And we are very happy to be on the right field.
Yes.
Yeah.
So,
Great
Jojo,
decision.
Tina, if you ask about how it really started, it is because of, two entrepreneurs fused into one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, considering and having one goal,
Yes.
which is really to make and have this technology available in the country. Yeah.
Right. At that time, what was the situation? I mean, you were one of the first three, you said, to set up a
Doron
distribution.
started it. Yeah, my
So
husband
what was
started.
it like? Was it hard, or did you have any problems
Actually,
Yeah, what were the
expanding?
challenges?
Yeah.
actually, when I started it,
Mhm.
actually the direction was not even aesthetic; it was more on surgical lasers.
I see.
And then suddenly we saw that there is a niche which is called aesthetic, and I see some interested doctor that was really looking for it. And since I recognize this interest,
Mhm.
I just started with this, and from there on, it's developed and more suppliers came into the market and more new technologies. When I started, it was only a CO2 laser,
Oh.
which was usually used for cutting, and then it was switched for aesthetic and rejuvenation.
Mhm.
And almost every couple of years, a new technology came to the market, and the
Mhm.
options were much greater,
Mhm.
and the whole industry
Mhm.
got a boom that today I think it's a multi-billion dollar industry.
Right.
Yeah, but there will always be challenges,
Yes,
as we
of course. Yeah.
we know. I mean, like any other businesses in the
Mhm.
country or any organization
Yeah.
you have, you always have challenges. But
Mhm.
it is important for me and my husband to make sure that we attend to every needs of the
Yes.
customers and
Yes.
our employees, of course. It is imperative to choose the right products as well.
Mhm.
Right.
As he mentioned, it's important that you know who to work with.
Mhm.
And we are lucky to have established a very strong administrative, clinical, and technical support in our company, and to surpass all the challenges we have, of course, in this organization. Of course, one major example of surpassing is, I mean, we cannot go far. I mean, the pandemic itself,
Yes.
right? To keep almost 80 employees is not easy.
Almost 80.
Yes, yeah, but now we're growing, and that's the thing. I mean, the good thing about it is that we never limit ourselves into having just 80 employees. In fact,
Investing.
Oh, wow.
yeah, during the pandemic,
Mhm.
yeah.
Actually, we use the pandemic where other companies just lay off people.
Mhm.
We did the other way around.
Yeah.
Ah,
We
okay.
saw the
Kept
opportunities
this.
to get good
expand.
people that was
Yeah, we didn't hire
suddenly
anyone.
available,
Oh,
so we
that's
hire
good.
more people.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We had
Yeah.
time, we
Very
got
good.
bored, so we put this experience center
Yeah.
Oh,
on pandemic.
Oh,
So
so
we
this
use
was born in the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yes,
This phase.
Yes, yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
So we believe that in any crisis you have an opportunity.
correct.
Just find it.
That's true. Yeah.
But as pioneers, you have to be ahead of the game.
Mhm.
How do you make sure that you're ahead?
Actually, we very often going and joining international meetings.
Okay.
Already for I think more than 20 years, we joining meetings in Europe, in US, in Asia, and try to identify what will be the next trend in the industry. And I think after so many years of experience, after talking about 28 years of experience, you'll be able to identify. So many of the technology that you have today, we were the first one to bring in. Okay, if you heard of, I mean, you know the famous Thermage, the
Yes.
famous Ultera,
Ultera.
all of these we were the one who brought it in first.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
All of this technology we
Nice.
use first, and we are proud of it. And whenever a doctor or any big clinic are looking for something new, they know where to
We
come
are
and
there.
ask.
Yeah.
Okay, because they
Yeah.
are quite sure that what we bring is really a trendy technology,
Mhm.
and they trust us to check the market before we bring it here.
Yes, that's very important. I imagine that there are so many sources for all these machines,
Oh,
but
you
you have to
you
choose
definitely have one.
the best one.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, let's talk about those machines that you mentioned. Tell us a little bit more about how they benefit
Okay,
your clients.
So, the laser technology is one of the most amazing technologies you can find really in the market today. These brilliant minds, the scientists and the physicists who invented it for years. It involved non-invasive from invasive to non-invasive technology. Okay, meaning back then our only option, if you want to be lifted, you will go for the only
Facelift.
option, which is facelift.
Right.
Right. And now you have all the available, technology you can provide to the patients, which is non-invasive, fractional, everything, you name it, you have it, it's available. Back then, we also, use, when we remove our hair, we pluck our hairs,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
We use
yeah.
channing,
Yeah.
right? That's
Yeah.
what we do.
Right.
But now you go to a facility, you go to a clinic, you're done in 30 minutes. You use a laser,
Wow. Yeah.
right? It's
Quick
amazing.
and
Yeah.
painless
Right, exactly. Yeah,
and
Then-
safe.
exactly. Yeah. So for fat and body contouring, you have before the only option you probably can do is
Liposuction.
liposuction,
Right.
right?
Yes.
So you have the risk of surgery. I am not saying that the non-invasive options now are changing the gold standard liposuction for body contouring and removal of fat. I'm not saying that, but what if a patient cannot undergo a surgery,
Yes.
right? So you at least have the option now, and it's available
Non-invasive.
non-invasively, right?
I wonder how that's done. You just press something or
Yeah, you deliver energy, certain energy that will disrupt or
Okay.
shrink the fat cells
yeah.
usually, but these are done non-invasively.
Politicians should use laser more for such purposes than for killing people.
Oh, not
No.
that's a different,
We're
it's a
getting
different line.
controversial and so on.
Politicians are using a lot of this,
Oh,
especially
I'm
before
sure.
election. Especially before election.
For beautification,
Yeah,
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 mainly
that-
for aesthetic use.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
Very public personalities,
Exactly.
I
Yeah,
imagine,
of
would
course.
like to try
But you
that.
know, in a few days, I understand
Mhm.
we're introducing a new service. It's called skincare. Tell us about it.
Yes, we are definitely very excited to be partnering with a company. It's called Anti-Age.
Okay.
And, Jojo, we live in a time when new and evolving technology is being talked about, right? So discoveries on growth factors and exosomes are what we see as the cutting edge in aesthetic
Okay.
science. There are so many devices coming out, and many of which are becoming less and less the downtime for patients.
Okay.
Right?
okay.
This is exciting because the heart of this product or the moral of Anti-Age, the company itself, is to decrease
Okay.
inflammation. So you see less
Oh.
downtime. And these products are compatible with almost any device, and it works to accentuate the results by speeding up healing and optimizing the outcomes of any procedures that you do
Mhm.
in combination, such as microneedling or any fractional lasers available in the market.
So it makes it super fast. The
The
effect.
healing definitely
okay.
is faster when you use this product. It
Mhm.
accentuates whatever procedures any clinics or any physicians will do.
Wow, amazing.
We usually sell or promote energy-based devices with all the lasers.
Yes.
This is actually, I think it's one of the first times that we are moving into product, which including serums and creams, which we usually don't do. But this
Okay.
is because we finally we came across this American company
Okay.
and across the laboratories they have,
Okay.
and we see a change. We believe it's going to change the industry. I believe the efficacy of these products are much higher, and it's actually a game changer as compared to what exists today in the market. And I
Okay.
see an amazing correlation with the devices and the machine that we sell. That's why we
Okay.
decided to go in this direction, and we are very excited about it.
So one does it by oneself, like at home.
Actually, it's a combination of treatment that's done in the clinic,
Okay.
okay, and then the doctor will give the client
Yeah.
the product to continue and use at home.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Okay, very interesting. I'd like to really know more about this new product that you are getting into. But before we proceed, let's pause for a short break.
Sa mga parts may online pa at app. You can buy it with your fingers. Still phone remittance and more. Online shopping, you can buy it all. Di magpadala, you can buy it all. Anumang pera transaction, you can buy it all.
Sabayan ang pagbabago ng mundo for all your pera transactions, all new Bayan.
Viber is the free and secure way to connect with friends and family anywhere. Send messages and make phone and video calls for free. Download Viber now.
We're back on Pairfect, and we have for guests Doron Glazer and Cherryl Glazer.
Of SpectrumNet,
Yes.
the leading provider of the
course.
best and latest in
Thank
technology
you.
and aesthetic technology. So please,
Thank you.
I have a question. Who are the scientists behind this technology that you're bringing into the country?
Yeah, we do have a lot of brilliant guys in the industry. You know, yes, definitely scientists, you have physicists, doctors who never stop believing that advancement in science is available to every individual
Yes.
that we can all benefit from,
Mhm.
right? And they definitely believe that aging is inevitable,
Of
as we all
course.
know.
Okay.
And that's why they continue maybe putting their best foot forward
Mhm.
and inventing and making sure that the clinical trials are monitored for patient safety
Yes,
as well.
Right.
Yes.
Yes.
Of course.
It's very important.
Mhm.
Is a nice story about how the IPL was invented. IPL is intense pulse light. It's kind of a light that's used for pigment and for renovation.
Mhm.
And the answer is that almost 3 decades ago, a technology that was used in Israel to remove paint from aircraft before repainting them
Okay.
gave an idea to someone to try it on people. And then it became, they came up with the technologies that are used for
For
aesthetic.
medical
And
use.
we're talking about
Wow.
over 30 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah, so this is one
Amazing.
example how a
Amazing.
military technology was converted to that you have a laser for military, and we are
Yes.
doing the laser for peace and for application.
Right, yeah.
Amazing.
You must have very interesting clients, no? Why do people come to your experience studio?
Oh, this experience
Yes,
center.
yes.
Yeah.
Where we are right now.
Yeah. Why
Well,
should people come
yeah.
and visit?
The experience center was, conceptualized by, of course, Doron, and it's
Oh.
his idea. Okay.
Okay.
I think only because this used to be a service center. So since we're expanding, it's not enough for all the guys to really fix machines here. So we had to open another service center in a
Okay.
different location.
Right.
And I think because when doctors come to visit the office, we sometimes, we're swamped in a small conference room on the other side of the office.
Okay.
So, but the feeling of like having them over and they have a feeling of, I need to go to SpectrumNet because I want to hang out with SpectrumNet.
Yeah.
So that's the whole idea of Doron, to make sure that, let's open a space for them,
Okay.
that they can come and experience the machines they want to use to
Okay.
before they're buying it.
So it's the
Okay.
doctors who come here.
They come and they hang out here.
Coffee and laser.
Okay.
Coffee and laser, they read
Yeah.
books, they study, they
They
practice.
ask questions.
Yeah.
Yes, they practice, they train. We
They
train them
exchange
here.
ideas.
Yeah, we train them here. And at the same time, we have some, happy hour.
We use this place only for training, actually.
Oh, okay.
It's not a
Before
clinic.
Oh,
No, even now, it's not a clinic.
Oh,
It's
okay.
used for a training purpose.
training
To train
purposes.
doctors, to train the staff.
Mhm.
Many times the doctor open a clinic,
Okay.
he feel more comfortable that his staff will be trained here. So
Mhm.
this is the main purpose, and I think doctors appreciate it that we open it,
Mhm.
and they like to come here. As I said, coffee, drink,
Yeah.
free parking, they're happy to come here.
Yeah, and of
Sometimes
course,
they ask them to talk.
Yeah.
I suppose you have no problem with your doctors. No problems with them.
We really have very good relationship with
Okay,
our
okay, okay.
clients. I mean, Doron's
Ah.
motto in life or in business is you make sure you take care of them because this will be your repeating customers
Yeah.
or repeating clients, which I think really important to know, right?
Right.
If you are working with the
So
customer service.
they're from all over the Philippines.
Oh yeah, yeah, of course.
Yes.
Metro
Oh,
Manila,
yeah.
Mindanao,
Cebu and
Cebu, and would you like to
Davao.
mention about our expansion
yeah.
that we have done recently?
Actually, we are, since we have clients that we have, like, I believe, over 2,500 installation, 2,500 installation all over the Philippines.
Wow.
Starting
Yes.
from Tugigaraw and Isabela.
Wow.
I think even Sultan Kudarat,
Mhm.
Bulu, and Mindanao, Visayas, all over.
Wow.
So we are actually decided to have our foot on the ground and have experience centers such as this one
Mhm.
in other area on the Philippines. We will have someone in the north, in the Buban.
Mhm.
We will have one in Davao,
Yes.
and hopefully soon in Visayas also.
Mhm.
So we'll be able to service our clients wherever they
Yeah.
are without needing to wait for a flight to go, to send
Yes.
technician, to send a nurse.
Mm.
We have a very big clinical team. So whenever a clinic needed to be trained, they could give us a call. So if they're in Mindanao, we need to fly them out to Davao. We have a lot of coordination. So now we'll have someone there, and those can come. They can come to our experience center whenever they want. We are there for them.
Yeah.
So
We
this is
make it
something we are
available
doing
easily for the
2020,
doctors.
2023 projects. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. You'll be shocked that people from all over now are
Mhm.
so conscious of
It's
their
a big
beauty
thing.
and
It's
how
definitely
they
a
look
big thing,
good.
Jojo. Yeah.
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 You're here at the right time, no?
Well, they were there first,
Yes.
and now they're still
Yes.
there
You
leading the
got
way.
it.
Very, very successful,
Yeah.
and I think it's
Thank
that attitude of recognizing or
Yeah.
seeing an opportunity and actually doing something about.
Absolutely. Of course. Yeah.
I suppose.
So it's
I
easy
agree.
for you
Yeah.
to promote, to educate our people that they need this, that there's an option for them.
It's very important that you promote a product that's also backed up by clinical trials.
Ah,
It-
okay.
yes.
And of
Okay.
course, doctors are open to use it.
Mm.
It's not
Okay.
just like you go out there and say like, okay, you use this. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
Because I mean, it's important that it's also
Okay.
scientifically tested.
Right.
Yes.
right.
Yes. Yes.
So they're just making it available to
Yeah,
all the
okay,
doctors.
okay.
Speaking of recommending things, let's move on to this little portion of our show
Okay. Okay. Okay.
where we it's a little game, but not really, where we will name some personalities, celebrities, and then please tell us what would you recommend for them in terms of aesthetic
Okay.
services. Okay, so
The hot water.
just something light. Okay, so let's start with a beauty queen, Catriona Gray.
Catriona Gray. Oh, I think she's beautiful. She
Okay.
is really an epitome of a beautiful woman, right? If you see Catriona, she's a catwalk.
Yeah.
And you don't need much to do, you know. I mean, it's
You know,
it's
she doesn't
important,
need that
right? I mean, she's pretty, she's
Or at
young, and a little maintenance, or probably
Ah.
anti-age products, just
Right.
like
Anti-age.
some daytime creams and products that she can use for her skin.
To make
She'll
it
be
last
perfect, yeah.
longer, to preserve that beauty.
Again, I must say we are not doctors.
Yes,
So
of
we are
course.
not going to give any professional
Recommendation.
We are not- we are not
Yeah.
doctors.
Of course, I mean,
Yeah.
they have to go and
See
make
the-
sure that they consult their
Go to the doctor.
dermatologists or physicians,
Yeah.
for all their clinical needs.
Of
right?
course.
How about Angelina Jolie?
Jolie.
Angelina is
Yeah.
beautiful. I think she's really pretty.
Mhm.
But definitely, I know she knows exactly what to do with her skin. I mean, she maintains it well.
Yes.
Right? I mean, I'm sure she is using a lot of available technology out there.
Mhm.
And she's really well maintained, very gorgeous,
Mhm.
right? Beautiful body. What can
Very
you-
fit,
What can
right?
you, yeah, very fit.
Actually, many of these celebrities using the product that you say.
I see.
Okay, let's say Kim Kardashian with the
Mhm.
Oh,
Morpheus, right?
Yeah, few
And some
products.
other, yeah. So it helps, by the way, that people
Yes.
see on the social media.
They
Kim
have to
Kardashian
be,
using this product, so they want us to have it also.
yeah, of course.
So this is part of the industry.
Mhm. It's part of their maintenance.
this would be closer to me. Uh, what would you recommend to someone like Gloria Romero? I'm thinking of my agent. She's much older. Of
Yeah.
course.
Well, Gloria
Of
really
that
is
age.
aging gracefully.
Okay.
She's she's beautiful.
Mhm.
Gloria is aging gracefully, right? As I said, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a dermatologist. I'm not a physician. There are available technology out there, from skincare down to different forms of lasers that can maintain and make sure that she will
Yeah.
keep the beauty she has.
And I think, Jojo, I think your question is if there are machines or gadgets that are
For
safe to use for any age. I suppose that's the
Absolutely.
question.
Of course, yes, absolutely. Yeah.
So from very young celebrities, let's say like Selena Gomez, what would you?
Selena, definitely. I mean, she's very pretty, young,
Mhm.
and
Do
at
young
least
people need treatments?
it's good to have some maintenance.
Oh.
It's always good to
Oh,
take care of
okay.
your skin.
last question. What would you recommend to Jojo Silvestre with these lines here?
Jojo, I'll refer you to a dermatologist.
Okay, but who's a good dermatologist? Can you name some?
Oh,
Or-
we have a lot. I mean,
Okay.
most of the doctors here are really well trained.
Okay.
You can choose some others
Many
out
of
of
our
them.
clients.
Yeah, they're
Oh yeah, they will come here.
they are all well trained. They
Okay.
came from really good trainings. They invest a lot in their
Okay.
practice.
Mhm.
So I mean, we have really good doctors
Yes.
in the country. Yeah.
I think
So
so
I
because
should,
a
I
lot
should
of
ask my
yes.
derma.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, if she comes here. She probably does. I'll find out.
Okay, so
Okay?
let's proceed with the next
Yes.
part of the interview.
The-
Just getting to know you.
Yeah, the
Thank you.
showbiz side.
Showbiz time. Oh my gosh, yeah. Showbiz.
Okay, so let's ask them, how did you two meet?
I met my husband 26 years ago here in Manila, and it wasn't, love at first sight. Okay.
Okay.
So I must say that the relationship really rooted and was built because of trust. And a few years later, we got married and went on having, growing four beautiful children.
Yes.
We both grew up in two different cultures. Him being,
Yes.
he grew up in Israel and is
Yes.
Jewish. I grew up in the Philippines, super Pinay
Mhm.
and Ilongga.
Oo.
And of course, was born Catholic. And a few years later, I tried to embrace the culture and converted into Judaism.
Okay.
So we made a conclusion and goal that we want to raise our kids, of course, Jewish, to really embed the value of Doron, basically, Judaism into the children. So it's a good match. It's
Yes.
perfect.
Oh yeah.
And I must say, it's a match really made in heaven.
I agree.
yeah.
Can see that. I mean, it's not easy to
Yeah.
be in a relationship and to work together, right?
That's
Yes.
for sure. Yeah.
But there's something else. They work together. So I wonder, is it easy working together? What's your suggestion to couples who would like to engage in business together?
Look, like any other businesses, Jojo, or in any organization, there's ups and downs. It's a stream of emotions and in
Okay.
different levels. But whether in a relationship, a friendship, a spouse, or a partner,
Okay.
teamwork is often, something that brings people together.
Okay.
Teamwork is very important.
Okay.
It's important to create an atmosphere of levity or lightness between
Right.
each other, and of course positivity, to make sure that you are both embedded and looking at the same goal.
Okay.
So-
Okay. Yeah.
And with all the difficulties, try to you need to be able to separate between the business to build
Okay.
the family.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Sometimes you
Yeah.
have some argument in the office, but when you go home to your kids,
Okay.
you need to
Oh.
Yeah, that's what we try to create. So that lightness of, coming from work.
Mhm.
We're two different people,
Okay.
we
Right.
definitely argue a lot on things. Like, just imagine two heads,
Yeah.
two strong heads,
You both have
you
strong
know,
personalities.
bumping into each
How
other.
does that
Yeah.
work?
That's definitely, big thing. But, we really try to make sure that we don't discuss anything about that when we arrive home
Right.
and focus on our children.
Mhm.
Make sure that,
Like leave the issues behind in the office where it
Yes.
belongs.
yeah,
Is that the reason you seem to look like the way you must have looked like 26 years ago? You're so, yeah. When you said 26 years ago,
Yeah, I couldn't.
could it be because of there was no anti-age then?
could be a lot of things,
Maybe it's
you
because
know.
of the supportive husband.
That's one thing. Okay,
Nothing can
that
replace
that is a
the
credit.
support of the husband.
That
No
is a
cosmetic
credit.
husband.
No.
That's a
Jojo,
secret.
I must say it's a credit. Yeah, that's
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
one thing. It's very
It's
important.
very
and of course,
anti-aging.
that's very anti-aging.
I should find that kind of boyfriend, huh?
You better get
Oh yeah, and
You can imagine the kind of boyfriend I had. I've had, no? With the police line.
no. So that's
yeah.
very
It's
nice.
important to get a very supportive partner,
Wow.
right?
Okay.
In anything. you do.
Okay.
That's true. Yeah.
Yeah.
But what makes, I mean, in terms of your personalities, how are you different and how do you balance each other out?
One likes to go to parties.
Oh,
And meet people.
You.
One seems to be like, just stay at home kind of.
who wants to stay at home?
Yes.
Who do you think wants to stay at home?
Really?
One likes to think a lot. He does a lot of work for
Okay.
the organization, and his main goal is really to look
Yeah,
at all the
yeah.
nitty-gritty and a lot of aspects in the office that he needs to attend to.
Okay.
So mainly it's, he spends his time until
Yeah.
11, 12 o'clock in the evening,
Oh,
really
wow.
sending emails, answering and working until,
Yeah.
till midnight. And I'm more of like,
You go out,
you,
you
I go to social and meet people.
You
and
need
do
to
the fun.
socialize.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I do that a lot.
Yeah.
okay. And
You ask the kids.
Yeah, it's true.
They will tell you the kids will tell you. Yeah, mom is going out. Now in the house.
You dress up well.
Thank you so much.
Where do you buy your?
yeah,
Oh,
shop.
Like this one looks good. Huh?
Thank you. This is a very old Gucci dress I bought.
Okay. Okay.
I bought maybe 10 years ago.
It's
so-
timeless.
Yeah, I know. That's
And
why
it
when
still fits, Jojo.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a secret of good diet and yoga. By the
Oh,
way,
yeah.
exercise and yoga.
And the
When-
And the supportive husband. That's right.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, and what do you do together when you're not working?
Movie night with the kids. We
Oh,
travel
okay.
together. We enjoy really going out with the kids a lot. I like the beach. As you can see, I'm like super dark because I enjoy being in the sun.
Wow.
All the island hopping in the Philippines is
Right.
the way to go these
Uh,
days. And of
mhm.
course, when you have kids, it's important that you expose them to a lot of things. So
Right.
we really travel a lot.
Are you telling us the sun is not harmful?
It is, but I make sure that I always use the best sunblock. It's
Okay.
important.
Okay. Okay.
Or yun yung
Sunblock.
Yeah.
lock.
Learn from
Shower the
Cherryl.
sunblock. Shower sunblock.
Head to
important.
toe. Okay, and I suppose since you work a lot, you read a lot, you're very up to date with all the technology out there. And it keeps getting more and more interesting what people are what we're discovering in this
Yes.
realm of technology. What do you think is the next wave of aesthetic
Yeah.
devices?
I believe that as you can see today in medicine,
Mhm.
the trend is to try to give each patient his own treatment. You see it mainly in oncology. Okay, this is the direction that each patient you will adjust the treatment specifically to what he needs. So I think now that even in aesthetic, I can see the direction is to be able to provide each patient what he needs, which means when you
Okay.
go to the doctor, you will analyze your skin.
Yeah.
Today we even analyze the
Yeah.
Visia that you just put your face in and you get all the result about your skin parameters.
Nakakatakot.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we'll be able to give you exactly what you need, either by energy-based device, product, serums, exactly to your skin. So this, I think, the future on what we're going to see on the next decade, personalized treatment.
Wow,
Personalized.
yes. It's like going to a designer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The last
Oh,
button, di ba?
wow.
Ito naman to the last wrinkle.
And probably, you know, it's definitely a fastest growing industry. So we all know
Yeah.
that this will really change
That's
and
true.
continues to evolve, right?
Yeah.
You have the lasers, you have the RF, you have the ultrasound, you have everything, you name it. Robotics now is really improving. You have all these products for cell signaling that we are working, bioengineering and all that. And
Wow.
probably, who knows, one day you enter, it's like you become ageless.
Yeah.
Right?
Walk
Yeah, that's
in,
it. Yeah,
walk
walk
out.
in,
Yeah.
walk out. Exactly, you're
Yeah.
ageless.
You never
Yeah,
know.
yeah. That will happen. That will
Yeah,
come.
That will come.
Wow.
And
We've just about covered everything, but I know there's
there's
so much more to
to ask.
ask, but we have limited time. But
Mhm.
would you like to both of you to say a few words to our viewers?
So thank you so much, guys, for being here. And SpectroMed, or we are always excited to bring the latest and state-of-the-art technology to advance the medical field in the Philippines. That's why we are here. And we'll continue to be the leader in providing every medical practitioners and facilities in the country, and so that they can provide the best to their patients.
Always come to SpectroMed
Always
for the
SpectroMed.
latest.
Yeah, the home of the best brands.
Yes, that's right.
Thank you for the opportunity and listening this sharing session with you both, how the industry has been evolved and
Yes.
looking at the growth of medical and science.
Yes. Thank
Thank
you
you.
also
Yeah,
for
thank you.
having us.
Thank you very much. And again, we have everything in the Philippines.
Yeah, it's available.
We will continue to bring whatever we find all over the world to here. So we'll be on the phone line always.
Okay.
Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been fun getting to know you.
Our pleasure.
The couple behind one of the biggest names in aesthetics industry. Okay, so thank you very much, everyone, for watching Pairfect. Once again, I am Dinah Ventura,
I'm Jojo Silvestre.
and this has been Pairfect.
Perfect.